Okay, I'm here. Well, actually, Plinky is that instrument.
Yeah.
And your company is called?
So it's actually a collaboration between 3 companies. So Plinky is its own thing, and then it's making sound machines, and then I'm Toadstool Tech. So
okay, it's complicated.
It's a little bit complicated, but the idea is that basically we have a hardware platform. It's called the Plinky 12, which is a new iteration of the old Plinky, and it's a hardware platform where there are 3 different devices that all share the same base hardware, but then you can have a swappable panel. So you can change the panels to make it a completely different instrument.
For everything.
Yeah, totally. So this one right here, we've got blocks, which is over here, which is a kind of it's a bit like the original Plinky. It's like an expressive polysynth.
I don't know what a Plinky is.
Right.
So
yes.
What I heard is it's everything.
Kind of. Yeah, it's a bit. It was originally kind of this little expressive polysynth. We've got one. Can I have a Plinky over there? Just pass me a little guy. Yeah. Thank you. This is the original one.
Yeah, I know that one.
So yeah, this is like a little expressive polysynth, and so this is kind of a new version, a new iteration on it.
Yeah, I always found this very confusing.
Yeah,
so this is way more organized.
Yeah, a little bit, and you know the idea is that now that it's got kind of different panels, people can make their own interfaces for it, and so we have kind of 3 different takes on the interface. They all share the same sound engine, and even like presets you can load between them. But all of them have completely different ways to interact with that sound engine. So this one's a bit like, this is blocks, which is kind of this expressive polysynth type thing, which I won't do audio for right now.
So
but,
you're talking about polysynths now.
Yes.
Does it have, I don't know, oscillators, or is it
it's
analog or digital, or does it work with samples?
So it's an internal digital 8-voice sample-based sound engine, but it does samples and synthesis. So any sample can be a wavetable, and then you can use that through a kind of subtractive signal chain with a resonant low-pass gate, and ADSR, and effects.
Does it only work with presets, or can I load my own samples?
You can load your own samples, and we actually have a nice browser-based sample editor for putting them in and then loading them into it. But it'll come with a bunch of preset samples and for that kind of thing.
And then, what do you do with this? This looks more like a mixer now.
So this is actually a kind of groove box type thing. So this is called Toad Step, and
it really is everything.
Yeah, definitely. So I can give you the kind of demo of how this one works a little closer. So if I unmute this track here, and I go to the notes view, I've got. If I do that, and then I turn up my sound here a little bit, which I'm not hearing because there we go. And let me just get this. So we've got 16 steps here. You can kind of set the notes of your steps like that. And then we've got octave jumps up and down. We've got slides. You can window the sequence in or out and move it around. Go octave down. And then you have repeats, which are the really cool part. So when it gets to a step, it will repeat the step.
So it's polyrhythm?
Kind of. More like you're adding steps to the end of the sequence, and you can extend it past 16 steps. So it's technically a 16-step sequencer, but it's a lot more in practice because you can keep adding to the end, and you can add stuff like gaps in the middle, or a sustain. And what you can do as well is you can randomize. So if you pinch at the top of a fader, whenever it gets to this note, it'll pick a random thing within this red range here.
And right now you're only playing one instrument, and these are different controls.
These are the pitches of the sequence, so it's kind of moving this way.
Okay, yeah. I was wondering about cutoff and
so
resonance.
When I go into the synth mode, if I hit synth down here, we see our numbers, or kind of our faders come up, and these are now our parameters. So I can go and adjust the release, the sustain. I can do a filter. I can pull it down.
Okay.
I can wavefold. I can change what waveform I've got here. And then I have effects too. So my favorite effect is Toad Factor, which is a pitch tracking sample rate reduction. So it's kind of a little more musical than a normal sample rate reducer. And you can do delay.
Okay.
And we've got 4 tracks of this, so hear here. If I go to the mix page.
Where do you switch between pages? Down
it's just
here?
Down here. So this is synth up, which is the kind of top pages, and then synth down, which is the down pages. And then if I go out of it, I'm back in the sequencer view.
Okay.
So, and then lastly, the piece de resistance is breakbeats. So now we're dropping a break. So
is this a sample now?
This is a sample.
Oh.
So if we can see here, now these are addressing different slices of a breakbeat. So if I go to 4, you can hear it there, and I can choose the slice.
Ah, okay.
And even you can time stretch. And here's the fun part, right? If I time stretch a sample all the way to 0, and I go to tune mode, now it's a melody. So that's the breakbeat, and we can still scroll through it, kind of hear it. But now we've got it as like the base of our synth voice. Put it through the filter. And yeah.
Okay, so this is more like the synthesizer iteration.
It's more like I'd say the groove box iteration, because it's a step sequencer. So they're all synthesizers, and all of them have the exact same synth engine in them. So all the parameters I'm editing can be edited on all of them.
Some of them this looks more like a sequencer.
Yeah.
This looks more like a very large wallpaper. It's insane.
These are kind of our blank panels. So part of it, blocks is kind of our blank panel, in that we're going to have an API available so that if you edit code, you can write your own panels for them easily. And this will be an open source one. So if you wanted to write your own sequencer.
What kind of language?
It's all in C++.
React?
C++, yeah.
C++, not
yes,
React.
Not React, no.
Oh.
But it's C, and you can do it on your computer, and we've got really nice web integration. It does USB audio. It does CV gate too, so this can be, you've got MIDI out, you've got CV out, so this has 2 tracks of CV sequencing if you want to sequence a small modular system or just sync it up to a drum machine.
Yep.
And it's got an audio in too, so you can do if you want to write your own effects and make kind of processor algorithms or anything like that. We're hoping to kind of add new panels to it as it goes along. So we're starting with the 3, but there could be many more down the line. We have a drum machine kind of in the works, that kind of thing.
Okay. What's your background? Are you a software developer?
No, so I'm a hardware engineer and a designer. So I've only actually done the design on here. I haven't done the hardware engineering on this one, even though that's what I do. But I'm kind of a designer, so I used to do Eurorack modules, or I still do Eurorack modules and all that. But yeah, I've kind of come up with the sequencer design and the panel design. That's why it's all blue and funky looking. And then we've got...
Yeah, and it's very usable. So
yeah.
I really like that one.
Totally. And we've got Alex, who's kind of done the sort of software mastermind and has done the blocks panel. And then...
Yeah, this is more like the old one with the tiny icons.
A little bit. And then we've got Roland making sound machines that's done chords. And chords is a completely different panel. This is like a kind of omni-chord harmony exploration machine, we're calling it. And so this is a totally different take on it, but it's still using the same synth engine.
So how does this work? I buy the basic machine and then I buy the extra panels?
Yeah, so you can buy the basic thing. It comes with a nice felt bag too, which is kind of cool.
Ooh.
Lined felt bag, very swanky.
Yeah, very.
And then you can just buy an alternate panel and you swap it. It's literally just 9 screws and a little ribbon connector. And then it auto detects what panel it has and loads into the right firmware. Just on its own.
Is this available now? How much does it cost, and how much does an extra panel cost?
So it'll be available early this summer. For the price, it'll be 500 euros or less. So we're kind of, it'll be under that, as low as we can get it. And then the extra panels, we haven't settled on exactly, 50 to 100 euro per panel. And and it'll come with 1 panel when you get it. So
and people can order from which of your 3 websites?
Making Sound Machines and the Plinky Synth website will be the best one to look.
Link below.
Yes, link below. The Plinky Synth website will have all the information, and also it'll be on Instagram. All of us will be posting it on every Instagram and flooding it. So we're trying to make it as easy to find.
I already looked
as
on the
possible.
Plinky website, but it was just way too much to take in.
Yeah.
And I didn't. Whenever I ask somebody, what is it?
Yeah.
Well, it can do everything. It can generate sounds. It can do samples. It can work as a mixer.
Yeah.
Does it have DAW integration? Yeah, you told me the plugin.
There's a there's a browser-based sound editor and then a code editor as well. And then it does USB, so it does USB audio, so you could pump like USB audio straight into your DAW, and then you could use the MIDI as well. And we want to support other things like OSC and MPE as well for kind of the polysynth thing. So
and this one is powered now by USB as well.
Yeah, it's powered by USB, and it actually draws very little. You can power it from a power bank or even your phone. If you power it from your phone, you can actually like record the audio into voice memos or like on your camera. So it's really good for like social media stuff or whatever. Or just if you have it on the train, you can really easily.
Did you use this on the plane?
Yeah. I think Alex was coding on the plane and all that. So it's super like designed to be kind of easy to take around and all that. And that's why it's got the bag too, just so you can like toss it in your bag. It's the size of a vinyl record too. So if you have a record bag, you can put it with your LPs or on your shelf.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thanks very much. I
of
really
course.
like
Thank
it.
you, man. Cheers.